'Cause if I only had one day left, I know I'd wanna spend it with you. Everyone needs somebody to hold.
Today I'm here with Rob from Chasing Deer, and he's joined me to talk a bit about his new single Scared, what lockdown's been like for a musician, and also so you can get to know a bit more about him. Rob, would you like to introduce yourself?
You've done a pretty good job there, actually. I was going to say, I'm Rob from Chasing Deer, and I'm here to talk about my new single. But it's great to be on the show. There's a lot of my friends and colleagues and stuff that have been interviewed by you, so it's great to finally catch up with you, kind of in person, but video's the closest we can get at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it's great to have you on. So you've just recently released your new song Scared. For anyone who hasn't heard it, would you like to tell us a bit about it?
Yeah. So it's called Scared. It wasn't meant to be. No one could have seen this pandemic or lockdown coming. But it was a song originally for people who kind of felt outside, felt on the outside, felt a little bit scared, weren't sure what was coming in their life. And it was just a song to say we're all in this together, to hopefully reach out to various people. And the one very small benefit of the lockdown coming has been that this song actually fits really perfectly. So it is, it's a bit of a slower song than some of our others, and it's everybody gets a little bit scared is the kind of the chorus of it, and I just thought it was a perfect song to release at the moment, and it's had some great reactions from people. So
It's a great song, and I can see people connecting with it.
Yeah, we've had so I go out and perform it pretty much every day, and I've had a whole kind of load of reactions. I've had people burst into tears, which at least means it's connecting with them. I've had people say that they kind of reevaluating their life and things, which is kind of really nice as well. And it's great to be able to help people just by a few rhyming words that you've written on a piece of paper. So we recorded Scared back at Tile Yard Studios in London. Which is where we recorded Bad Decisions from earlier in the year, with Paul Wally as the producer. And it was myself and the guy called Nick Bradley that wrote the lyrics to Scared. Music and lyrics. So it was great to work with them again. And I'm hoping maybe next year to carry on and write the end of a trio with them, or trilogy. The word trilogy? I think it is. But yeah, then obviously some other projects with different producers and some co-writes as well. So keep an eye out for those.
So how has Chasing Deer dealt with lockdown, and how do you feel like it's impacted your music career?
Ooh, that's a big one, isn't it? It's I kind of think it took me a while to react to it. I think to start with, I was very happy to sit and watch TV and relax and learn how to relax and pretty much do nothing. But I think everything kind of just went downhill and started to build up. There was a lot of pressure, wasn't there? And I think certainly with what kind of we do, where we're on as a record of our lives on YouTube or Facebook or whatever, I think it's difficult to see what you did in 2019 and compare it to this year and feel a little bit of pressure. But I think it's been good. I think people have learned a lot about themselves in this time, and maybe use the time to educate themselves as well. I've tried to learn a few new things, but just have got endlessly annoyed with technology. But yeah, I was quite reluctant to do it, but I started a live stream, a temporary live stream at the start of lockdown. I was going to do for 2 or 3 weeks. And I did a few very early morning video calls to NHS wards and things like that. And now the live stream is on whatever, week 35 or something like that. So I don't know, please let me finish. But I don't know when it's going to end. But it's been really good fun, and it's obviously you come and join as well, which is great. But it's great to have a community of people that kind of talk about music and chat about things whilst they're meant to be listening to me playing. But it's been good. And then work has, as with everybody, work has gone. We stopped counting at 80 show cancellations, shows and weddings, and I know it's a lot more than that. So I've continued to, obviously when it's safe, from May onwards, I've been going out busking and performing on the streets. So now I've done I think it's well over 200 days now of that.
Gosh.
So I'm keeping busy, but it's
It
just
sounds like
very
it.
different busy to what we thought it would be. So, yeah.
So you've kind of touched on this anyway, but how do you feel that the internet's helped your music career during the pandemic?
I don't know if it's helped, but I've certainly been there more often. Um, it's meant that more people had to see me every week. But I've been doing the live stream. I've been connecting with people all over the world, which has been nice. So because for the first time ever, we're all kind of in the same situation. So the whole world's got the pandemic.
Yeah.
And it means that people that watch the live stream from Brazil or from America or Chile, we've got people watching from all over the place. We've got something, I know, although it's not a great topic, you've got something to talk about, and at least you can ask them how they're dealing with the pandemic and things like that, and then connect through the music I play as well. So I kind of think the internet's been a good tool.
Yeah.
But I think also there's been a lot of stuff that's lots of fake news, lots of things that just get people really depressed in lockdown. And I sometimes feel like the days where I've put my phone down, turned it off, and not been on the computer or the TV has actually been a lot better. And I've been able to go out for a walk, and I feel so much better.
Yeah.
So it's a mixed bag, really. But yeah, it's what it is. So I've used it hopefully as well as I can do.
So you kind of touched on this before, but you've been live streaming for over 30 weeks now on a Wednesday evening. How do you feel this has helped your music grow?
Well, it's been, as I mentioned, it's great to have the community. So when Scared came out, which was on the 2nd of December, everybody kind of got together and streamed it and told their friends and things like that. So that really helps, because you don't always have that. If you don't build up your fan base, if you don't connect with them regularly, then you can't call on them to work together. But yeah, they've been really fun and really useful, and they've been doing really cool things between themselves, helping each other out. And I know, for example, I've got a fan in France who wanted to get a Rolling Stones record from Central London. And one of the fans on the live stream went and got it for them and sent it to them, which is really nice.
Yeah.
And when that happens independently, without me having to ask them to do it or whatever, it's even better, because it just means people are making friends as well.
Yeah. Well, that sounds really nice. So over lockdown, you've been out performing in town centres, bringing music to people whilst live gigs can't go ahead. Would you like to tell us a bit about that?
Yeah, it's just been me continually freezing and thawing every day. But yeah, I've been going out, as I mentioned, from May, when, I don't know if you remember, but we've had some really over the top hot weather earlier in the year in lockdown. And so I was going out then, kind of getting sunburned and busking and bringing music to people. And I think people were, a lot of people have been quite insular and quite lonely, and they've spent a lot, especially elderly people, have spent a lot of time at home. So I've had loads of great interactions. Some of them, fortunately, were on video from other people. And I'll hopefully put that together into a little video at one point. But there's been a lot of people that have come and seen me regularly, like just for a chat, because they've literally not talked to anyone for a long time. Or the other week we were out playing, and there was a lady came and danced with us. She was actually 89. It was her birthday. And she said, I haven't talked to anyone for 6 months. And despite having 2 broken knees or surgery on them, she was still dancing and very nearly falling over. But I think she just enjoyed the interaction. So yeah, I love doing it for that reason. It's great to connect with people and cheer people up, and make people go through various emotions, even if I'm making them cry. It's hopefully for a good reason, for the words rather than being malicious. But yeah, I mean, the basis of Chasing Deer, we've always gone out busking for about 5 years now. So it's no different really going out now. We're just doing it a lot more. And it kind of feels like we are needed to go out now. If we don't go out on certain days, I'll get loads of messages from people saying, where were you today? But that's why we've pretty much been out pretty much every day for 200 days. There's been 1 or 2 days where the weather's been terrible. But then equally, there's been days where my Busking keyboard actually split in half because it was so cold. So we do brave the weather, and going out at 9 a.m. when it's 2 or 3 degrees is not ideal. But you kind of get used to it, and let's hope the summer comes quickly.
I'm sure a lot of people appreciate you doing that as well.
Yeah, I think they do. So it's well, actually, we find out if they don't, because we do get the odd complaint or funny comment. But yeah, I think that's probably usually more of a problem with them than our music, I hope.
So finally, what's next for you?
Next tonight is actually, I don't know if we're allowed to use this, but tonight is my live stream. I don't know when this goes out, but hey. So next, I'll answer that again then. Next for Chasing Deer is he's still promoting the song Scared. There is a music video coming for Scared. It's not the video that was planned. So the video that was planned was using a few deaf actors at Central London with masks on, doing like a storyboarded video in various places in Central London. But for obvious reasons and new lockdowns and things like that, I kind of decided it was a little bit too much to sort the paperwork for and things like that. So instead, I dragged a piano to the top of a cliff, which looks really cool. So let's hope it comes out. And typically, it started raining and hailing while I was up there.
Oh dear.
But that's on the way soon. I'm still going to be doing my my weekly live streams, which are Wednesdays at 8 p.m. A little bit of promo.
Yeah, going out on a Tuesday, so a bit next day.
Well, that's good. Perfect. Okay. So tomorrow I'll be live at 8 p.m. on Facebook. And then, do you know what? We can't wait to get back to doing some actual live shows. So at the moment, Chasing Deer is myself and Rory on guitar. We are going to be adding different members in and coming back hopefully with a live show. At the start of 2020, in January, we were over in LA doing shows. We were really, really busy. We were nominated for a Best Live Act award, which we didn't win, but we were up against such amazing acts that would have surprised me. But it was a very busy, kind of exciting year with the tour and everything. And yes, some people might remember we announced a tour called Time of Our Lives Tour, which is very ironic because we're not really having the time of our lives now, so I don't think it would have gone down too well. So yeah, there's new music coming. I think I have 4 songs that are ready, and there are quite a few more. There's a few that I'm writing with various people that you've interviewed on the channel, which are secret for now. But there are new songs coming. I can't wait to do some more live stuff. And then I suppose the other big thing that COVID has stopped is travel, which I love doing. So hopefully some more abroad stuff would be good next year as well. Hopefully see you at a show at some point.
Yeah, definitely be there. So massive thank you, Rob, for joining me on my channel. And if anyone would like to check out Chasing Deer's music, I'll leave all the links in the description below. So thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Everybody gets a little bit scared, but when I'm with you, I forget.